You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, it's bad enough that CAITLIN Clark's going to have to come into what has been a mainly dull, boring, benign, non-interesting WNBA. And, of course, she's seen an explosion of excitement around her in her games. But it's bad enough she's going to have to take hate from woke members of the media like Mike Freeman, USA Today, or Jim Trotter the other day from The Athletic, or Jamel Hill from who knows what Jamel Hill is actually with now. But nonetheless, you get my point. It's bad enough she's got to take that hate, that she's also getting it from other WNBA players. And in this case, it's Diana Taurasi. Now, a lot of people know that Diana Taurasi has been one of the best players in the WNBA, but this is why these players are mad. They did nothing to move the excitement, ratings, attendance, nothing to move the needle for this league for the last 20 years. Not a thing. In fact, one could argue the league had regressed. It was more popular 15 years ago, and it was because it hadn't become in vogue to become a bunch of political activists out on a basketball court. All right, since they did that, even more people decided they weren't interested in going to support their product. Well, of course, Diana Taurasi took a lot of crap. A lot of CAITLIN Clark fans, a lot of new fans that have come into the league because of CAITLIN Clark's interest. I think to a lesser extent, people like Angel Reese may bring a few in, but she's not moving the needle either. Let's just be real. And Diana Taurasi took a lot of heat for her comments about the fact that she didn't think CAITLIN Clark was going to really do anything in the WNBA. Well, Diana Taurasi is, this is the worst thing a celebrity or a sports star can do, especially when you're trying to grow a league. And yeah, they're still trying to grow a league. They say they're interested in, making more money, a bigger salary. Well, going after your fans, going after new fans is a terrible way to do that. You want to turn them right back off, or at least they want to make sure they don't watch you when you play. I mean, go after the fans, which is exactly what Diana Taurasi has done because of the heat she took over CAITLIN Clark. Are these players in this league, are they a bunch of idiots? I don't get it. I really don't understand. They should have their arms wide ass open for CAITLIN Clark. Because until now, nobody cared about your damn league. Nobody. And now you're going to get mad at fans, at the new fans, the fans that brought in 4.5 times higher WNBA draft ratings than Diana Taurasi did. She was the all-time high standard for WNBA drafts. CAITLIN Clark blew her away by 1.5 million viewers. Almost 2 million, actually. It was like 1.8 over Diana Taurasi's draft. What does that tell you? They're jealous, they're petty, they're woke. I mean, white, Christian, right? Straight. They don't like that. Wow. It's no secret that the Indiana Fever rookie CAITLIN Clark is one of the biggest names to follow coming up in the 2024 WNBA season, and many WNBA players have shared their thoughts on Clark's growing impact on women's basketball, but some opinions have ruffled feathers. Phoenix Mercury star Diana Taurasi found out quickly how big Clark's fan base was when she commented on Clark's entry into the league while leading ESPN's alternate broadcast of the women's NC2A Tournament Final Four with former WNBA star Sue Bird. Quote, "Look, SVP, reality is coming," Taurasi told Scott Van Pelt. "There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it. You will see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side. You look superhuman playing 18-year-olds, but you're going to be playing against some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Quote, not saying Clark's skills are not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better, Taurasi added. But there's going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. The comments didn't set well with fans on social media. Taurasi reiterated her point on Sunday during preseason availability, and she's not taking away from Clark's talent. No, but you're going to slam the fans. It's a bad move. Here we go. Quote, the new fans are really sensitive these days. Really? You got a league full of activists that are offended by everything and you're calling the fans sensitive? Okay, that's one way to go. The new fans are really sensitive these days and you can't say anything. Woo, Taurasi said, it's kind of like when you go from kindergarten to first grade, there's a learning adjustment. Oh, she's just making this worse. When you go from high school to college, there's a learning adjustment. I don't think I said anything that wasn't factually correct. Like anything, greatness is going to translate, and she's proven that in every level. I don't see that any different in the WNBA. That, look, she can try to walk it back towards the end of this paragraph, but you just slammed an entire legion of new fans, and your little league that you've had is full of people that are perpetually and continuously offended and have thin skin. They're showing their thin skin. Diana Taurasi, you're showing your thin skin right now going after fans. That's a bad move. It is a bad move for a league that's hoping to turn this success into higher, better television deals, more money, all of this. I'm going to tell you what this is. This is also just jealousy. All right? Because these guys were stars to a certain extent in college, Diana Taurasi. And I remember I watched her play a couple of times in college even. And then they got to the WNBA, and she did not even so much as flutter the needle. It didn't work. She's got her own very own team, the Phoenix Mercury, that are putting up promos for her game against CAITLIN Clark, calling it the GOAT versus the Rook. And even fans pointed out, which one's the GOAT? I mean, yeah, you get the point. So, training camps have opened, all right? CAITLIN Clark, Angel Reese took to the court for the first time with their new teams, the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky, respectively. Clark and Reese are part of the reason for the skyrocketing interest in women's hoops over the past few years. Both women were introduced to their new markets in recent weeks, and Clark said she enjoyed all the pomp and circumstance of the draft, but she's ready and excited to get back to basketball. Clark emphasized that her main priority this season is to help her team win. Quote, I think no matter what happens, there's going to be expectations and pressure on my shoulders and pressure on this team to be really good. That's how you want it. She's a baller. She's ready. Clark said, according to the AP, we wouldn't want anything else. We want people showing up to our games, people expecting us to win a lot of basketball games this year, and I'm expecting myself to play really well. I don't think it's anything that's ever been different to me. Man, I like her more and more. Reese posted a photo of herself following first day of training camp. Right there, Rook. Great first day of training camp. I love it here. And I do think she went on to say something I had read in another article. Oh, here it is, right here. In an interview with the Chicago State of Mind Sports, Reese joked that her first WNBA practice, quote, wasn't as bad as she thought it would be. That's actually pretty funny. But there it is. Training camp's opened. By the way, there were some viral photos and videos coming out from training camp, and a lot of people drug the facilities that were involved in some of these workouts. Let's put it that way. But I think CAITLIN Clark and Angel Reese, but CAITLIN Clark's saying all the right things right now. But you can tell she She's just a different, sort of a different athlete. She talking about propping her team up. Some of the things, we welcome it. We want to win as much as possible, blah, blah, blah. You know, talking about your team and those kind of things and wanting to win, we heard that from, you know, a couple of the GOATs over the years. You know, namely and mainly Michael Jordan and Tom Brady. You know, is that what we're dealing with here with the WNBA? Maybe. She's got to perform, there's no doubt about it. Because, you know, she thinks she's taking some shrapnel now and some collateral shots. If she struggles, it's going to get ugly. It will. And it's going to be interesting to see how all the new viewers hang around if she struggles some. I don't think she's going to have any issues. I think she's going to go out there and scorch. I really do. Diana Taurasi, oh, she's mad again. This time slamming fans. These woke athletes, they don't understand capitalism and business 101. Don't slam your customers. Crazy. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.